Hey, welcome back to Five Legs Garage. And today, we're gonna go fix a problem. As you can see behind me, I do have the Wagoneer. Yes, it is still broken. I'm still looking for a transmission, or I might actually rebuild the one that's sitting over here. But here's my problem though. She doesn't run. She doesn't move. What I should have done was actually put this big joker on that side of the garage. So I don't know if you can see it, but I did put some dollies on each one of the tires. So what we're going to do today is actually going to fix my problem. How are we going to do that? Well, I have a nice thick shop floor, and I also have winches on the front of the CJ as well as the Dodge. So what we're going to do is put anchors in certain points of the floor. What I'm going to do is actually run a cable from the winch to a snatch block over to this guy so that I can use the winch to move this big bastard around the shop. And what I want to do is get it from here over to there so I can park the CJ on this side and everything else I want to work on over on this side. All right, so basically what we're going to use is actually put these D-rings around the floor. Now, they're supposed to be rated at 6,000 pound capacity. Now we're just going to be moving this thing. We're not trying to lift it up, so it should be plenty. So anyway, so it comes with a little bracket that you put on the floor, and also comes with a giant D-ring. So we're going to basically put this right here, and then we're going to put some lag bolts into the concrete and anchor these guys down. You want to put a little something on there, so I grabbed some heavy-duty construction adhesive to be able to put in the hole. Then I'll put the lag bolt, tighten it all down, let it dry, and then that should be good enough to actually move this big bastard around. Now, when you're drilling holes in the concrete, there are two separate ways of doing it. One, you can grab your regular old drill. Probably not the best thing. It will work. It'll take you a lot longer. It will get all wallered out, and it's not the best tool for the job. So what you do is call your buddy up. This guy right here is actually a hammer drill. It's made by Bosch. You can put it in there to hammer or not, and it is going to make mincemeat out of this concrete floor. And the good thing about it is that there is a hammer in here. As it spins, it's going to sit there and hammer on it and actually dig into this concrete. This one right here has your depth. So what I was going to do is actually take one of my lag bolts here and put it, put my bit in, and then I will adjust the stop on how deep it's going to be. Now, once we actually drill the holes, we're going to need compressed air. We're going to blow all the crap out of there because you don't want to leave dust and debris in the hole and then kind of come out. A couple of things you have to watch out for. Probably going to run into it. There is a steel mesh underneath this concrete, and basically it's steel reinforcement. It could either be rebar, it could be a mat, it could be a lot of different things. I'm not sure what's under this concrete because I didn't build it, so I don't know. I'm about to find out though. So anyway, another thing, drill bits. I can open this darn thing. Here we go. So this is a set of masonry drill bits. Now I'm going to take one out so I can show you the difference between this right here is a regular drill bit. This one, slightly different, and this is for masonry. And it's not that sharp, but this is going to make butter out of this this concrete. So always use your masonry bits. You can use the other bits, but you're going to be using a lot of them because you're going to tear them up in no time flat. So anyway, where are we going to put them? Well, come on, I'll show you. All right, well, there's the Wagoneer. I want to put it here. So there's a couple places we need to put it. So I'm going to put one kind of in this area over here. Then I'm going to come back over here. I'll put another one over here by the torches, and maybe over by the workbench, and I'll just move this crap out of the way. I'm also going to need one up here in the front so I can move it forward if I need to. And then also if I need to move something back, I'll put some behind the bench, maybe over there by the wall, and over to the other side. Now hopefully that'll give me enough points to where I can move my snatch block in any direction, use the winch either in this bay or that bay, and be able to pull this thing anywhere I want to go. So that's my plan. Let's just see if it actually works. All right, I'm getting ready to drill. I got my drill bit in there. I was getting ready to set my depth, but my buddy Eric's left-handed. That little joker. There's not a handle here. He got it on backwards. That's all right. Let's fix that. Let's help Mr. Eric get to the real world. Well, we're all right, right? There we go. That's a lot better. All right. So what I was saying before about setting your depth. Here's my anchor. I'm gonna set up there, put it to my to the depth, and I'm going just a little bit deeper than these guys, which should be fine. All right. So we want to get it to be about the same on the depth. Now, just keep in mind that the depth will be from your washer, not the nut. Look at that. Look how fast that is. Bit gets a little bit warm, but it's not too bad. Basically, hold on tight until it gets down to the bottom. Now, always want to check out and make sure you're not hitting rebar. If you hit rebar with the bit, you basically destroy the bit, and then you have to resharpen it or get another one. All right, as you can see, I just blew those out. I have really, really nice holes on there. So you probably noticed how to use compressed air. Most people will use a vacuum because then you don't put the concrete dust in the air. Now, most of the time I would agree with you, but that concrete dust is going to mess up your filter. I have a giant fan that I can blow all this outside, and I won't have to worry about it. So I'm going to turn that on. I'm going to turn the camera on because it is kind of noisy. But yeah, I got 2 holes. I'm getting ready to put some anchors in those holes. All right, I basically got the first one all ready to go. All right, so don't forget to put your D-ring in the middle. That right there looks almost like a mushroom. So it's going to spread these out, and you got these little tiny teeth around this, which is going to bite against the walls. The tighter you put this, the more this is going to run up, the more it's going to be sitting against the wall. So these should be able to hold. But I'm not going to put the adhesive in there until I drill all the other ones. All right, well, we're ready to lock these guys into place for good. I got my adhesive. I went ahead and cut the tip off so I can actually get some out. Now, keep in mind, this holds in about 30 seconds, so you do have to be pretty quick. It doesn't like completely harden that fast, but just try to be quick. You don't want to fill the holes all the way up. You just want to put some in there to actually coat all the way around and not make a huge mess. So also make sure, just put your screwdriver or whatever down the hole and make sure that it is long enough for your bolt. So once you get the bolt set up and everything else lined up, then you can put some adhesive in there, tap your bolts. Now use a hammer, don't hit it too hard though. And actually, if you would take a socket and hit it with a socket first, then you will not mess up the inside of the barrel. So that's what I'm gonna do. All right, so I got my socket. I'm gonna use that as to beat on, and then I'm gonna sink these in there. Come watch. Alrighty. All right, got my adhesive. Hopefully it didn't dry up already with me talking so much. So I'm just gonna stick that down in there. Put a good squeeze. There we go. Next one. There we go. All right, now always remember, relieve the pressure off of your gun or else you just make a mess all the time. So I'm gonna put both of my bolts down in there. Yeah, because if I would have beat down right on here, you would mushroom out this nut and it'll never actually work. So just hammer it down with the socket. Now this one's a little bit harder only because I needed to stretch this because my holes were a little off. That one's down. All right, so they're both down. That one's good. That one's good. So now you take your impact. There you go. All right. This guy's not really going to go anywhere. What I'll probably do once everything gets dry is actually take a cutoff wheel and just cut these little tabs off so it won't be so high. And then I should be able to put my D-ring on here and along with my shackle and be able to pull the Wagoneer everywhere I want to go. So anyway, so I have what, 1, 2, 3, I got a lot more to go. All right, I couldn't resist. I got them all in. I got one that I'm gonna have to probably cut off and actually re-drill the holes. It didn't come out so good, but the rest of them came out fantastic. And I couldn't resist to actually show you what it's all about. I got the CJ set up. I got my winch line over to the snatch block, all the way over to the Wagoneer using an axle strap. Now I hooked it up to the rock sliders because I know they're solid, they're sturdy, but let's see how she works. All right, so we're not gonna go that far with it because I still have crap underneath it and I still need to pull that out, but I do want to see the concept and make sure that it works. So this is just like any other pull with a winch. Wear gloves, especially with the steel braid. If it starts to come loose, it's going to go through your hands and you don't want to do that. All right, a couple of little safety tips, because you are winching. That is going to have a lot of pressure to it. Now, granted, we're just moving it across the concrete floor. We're not out on the trail. It should be okay, but usually you put a blanket over there or whatever, so if it does break, it doesn't take your head off. So, let's go. There you go. So here you go, that's the concept. So basically I'm gonna move my my stuff around to where I can actually get this guy over to here. Because I have one there, one there, one there, one there. I can get the angle that I need in order to move this guy properly. But I gotta get the crap from underneath it. There's a transfer case, there's some axle, drive shafts, you know, that type of stuff. I gotta get that crap out of the way in order to get it over here. And then I'll be able to move it around with the winch, which is what I've planned on doing. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this. Make your shop your own. Go ahead and put some anchors in. Make your life a lot easier. There's no way I can move that big joker. Just not that big. I could have got some friends that helped me move it. Why would I do that? I got winches. That's a 12,000 pound winch there. Got another 12,000 over there. Yes, it's an overkill for a CJ to have a 12,000 pound winch, but the price was right. Anyway, don't forget to like and subscribe. Hopefully you like this idea. I definitely like it, and it's definitely going to make my life a lot easier. Because now I get to use my hoist that I put up on my steel I-beam that I have not been able to use because the Wagoneer is in the way. Anyway, stay tuned for some more action, and hopefully we'll have an idea that you like. Later. See, it's moved. Took a little bit. It took a couple pulls. I just got to straighten it out a little bit, but I think that should be enough. I'm almost out of battery anyway. But anyway, check out next time when we do something else and have some fun. Anyway, take it easy. Have fun.